Ich bin so glücklich. I'm so happy to do that reading for you. And I have to say, when I was today in the forest, I had at first, I have to say, I had a beautiful experience. I was meeting a woman I was meeting before, and she was very nice and kind, and she looked a little bit burdened, but she was like letting go a path that was not serving her anymore. And I have to say, when I was going up the hill, I could open up myself entirely to all the beautiful leaves of the tree and the beautiful nature that was around it. And then I was meeting the woman, and I have to say, I was felt a little bit tired. I was feeling, and now my heart is so getting warmth, or I'm getting a warmth from my heart, and I'm feeling there's a message for you in it. And we were talking, and the other day she made a compliment. It was how I looked like, and at first I was just directly giving it back, but she said, no, it has to be said. And this time I was seeing her, she was very kind, and she was asking how my name was or what I was called. And it's interesting because I said the term how my name was, and I know it's not precise, it's not correct in another situation, and we will look out if it's connected to that. I will speak smoothly further. I was seeing that woman, and she was complimenting me again, but then we were talking. It was like shortly, like you could say, I think the conversation was about 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 5. She told a little bit about what she was doing, that she closed her garden, and it was an area where you can have community gardens. And she was like so happy that she doesn't have to walk that hill up anymore, but she wanted to take her trash back and to recycle it in a good way, for the nature, not harmful way. And I complimented her, and I thought that's so great. And because at first when I was meeting her, she was very exhausted and balancing out her bags, but although she was in that situation, she was like, oh, you are looking so beautiful. And even for me in the perception, she was challenged or faced by challenges or with hardship momentarily. She could see the beauty, and today she was like, sometimes, and it helped me so much because I was opening up, and she said in a well that phrase, when one door opens, the other closed. But there was a little nudge. There was a little, you could say, when a glass cracks, there was something like she added something to it, and it was so something light will come for, even if you are feeling, she said, even if you feel desperate, then after a while or alongside it will come something lightful. And I was feeling like, as a human being, the past few years, I experienced a very special situation, or you could say life experience. And in the right moment I will dive deeper into that. But for this reading, I can say that we're lightful and that the light can come out. And I have to say, in that moment, and I feel that for that reading as well, today we have the topic, with whom will you share, or are you going to be share your creativity? And we have 4 piles, but as well we have another pile, 5th pile. And actually I have just prepared 4 pile, but then there is a little, I don't know why I left the room. I was searching for another paper to organize the whole reading, and then you have to do, because today I have a little special kind of preparation. I did that in the reading I did before as well. I included something, and I was guided to include it as well. And for those who are like, okay, who are like maybe in that desperate, I would not say strongly spoken in that desperate way, but positively, although I don't want to say it like positively, but because it's like a judgment. So to come to the point, to have like this little feeling knocking again on the door, and feeling like maybe in between it's there's the 5th pile full of reassurance, or with I'm hearing adequate message for those who are like feeling uncertain, feeling they're in a situation where there occurs a lot of imbalances, and in that situation, it's for the mind, it can be hard. And that's why I was recurrent to the life experiences, or was rethinking of that, because it was the situation where I was jumping right into like how it feels fully imbalanced. And what I was experiencing was that your mind can get really like every kind of pain and whatever is connected to it, and in connection with the brain, it can come something up that I was in a situation, or I could say I was in a situation where I could not run away. I could not run away from feelings or so, and I was just like, and in the Hawaiian tradition, I have not the term in the right, but it's like a trust where you just feel it through. You just take it in and you just feel your way through. And that's what I did, and that's what I have coming here. And overall, and in the whole thing, I'm just like totally intuitive. I was born totally intuitive, and I was coming back, returned to my soul and to myself, coming to that soulful movement, you could say, soulful being and recognition. And it's so interesting because we have in recognition, we have as well that word cognition and cognize, or so we have in general we have these 4 piles. Okay, so we have here okay, out of a tradition, because I did it in some piles before, we starting with the King of Cups, then we start with Aloha, the 8 of Pentacles, the number 3 is the Strange card, and the 4th pile is the 7 of Cups. And when I did not underline it, I have to say, I feel so much joy to do that reading, and I have to say in general, I am so grateful that I can read for you today. And doing that reading, it was one included from many intuitive hits I was gotten for topics, for readings, and concluding it, we should start and diving deep into the ocean of love. So again, the topic is with whom you would share, or are you going to be share your creativity. You can pause the video and choose a pie. But for those of you who want to take a look at the surprise, in a few seconds you will see the surprise and you can choose from those cards or what is coming now. As you can see, here are Japanese comic books, mangas, and for a very long time they helped me and they allowed me to create a space. They allowed me to find the space for my sense, for my creativity, to let my heart fly for a very long time. And while I was sorting out some of them, I was drawn to all of them, to these 4 pies. And I have to say, for the 5th pie, I mentioned as well, it's not, this 5th pie is open for all, so it's a general message, it's something like that wants to, your spirit guides want to say, and you can edit if you want to, and if you're drawn to the 5th pie or these extra pie, to any kind of these books, book pies, you would say. So what I'm feeling, I really like, I'm feeling so joyful because it could be like, there's so much joy because I mean it's a creativity. So we have here as well the Sunday streamers, equally standing for the King of Cups, the one I love, for the 8 of Pentacles, the Voices of a Distant Star for the Strange card, or Astral Project number 3. There are a lot more in that edition, for the 7 of Cups. So you can pause the video and slow down, recreate a moment for yourself where you can just dive in, and afterwards I will, because I know some of you love crystals and love clarity, I will add that as well after the books, but there will no introduction or so. I will just add it to it after this. So book number 1. I did a little research because I was it's interesting. I wanted to explain how I jumped, or I was feeling getting the message, but I'm just looking at this book, and I will start with the how I will move further, how I will proceed. We will look at that card, the King of Cups, and then I will get on camera a message from the book, like so these. But it's so interesting. I was particularly drawn to the water and to the landscape and how easy she feels, and to the book. And there was no I would say like an organization how I would do the reading, but now I'm just like, I was tuning into it, and I was like opening up, and I was like in it. And we have here, I'm now drawn to planet Shoyu, yes, I have to say, and that's why my explanation research were coming from, research like going inward and what that could mean, or how it could depict the energy I was feeling, because I was feeling like with the King of Cups, or I was feeling like with the card I will show you now, I had the Five of Swords, and then it was like laying it back. And then I did a research because I felt the energy, but I was researching is like the Five of Pentacles, what interesting is. And now I'm feeling an energy, like not really sure about how maybe you will connect, how it will connect. There's something like, yeah, something like not really sure about the trust. Was totally interesting is when I connect to the book cover, because the book cover, and I'm so happy now that I did another the possibility then that you could choose that with the books, because it adds something to it. And here's the message as well. Maybe you're feeling like maybe the universe said you should consider this person, or someone said that to you, someone as well. And while I'm talking, I'm getting so many messages, I have to say that. And the Five of Swords is normally in the air sign. It's Venus in Aquarius, and ruled by the planet of Uranus. And normally if you would ask a yes or no question, it would be a no. And there's something like innerly, like, because we have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is someone he's connected. He can be connected to a collective, he can be connected to emotionally, can be really like abundantly. He's matured in a way where he considers people as well, I would say he's a heart opener. I'm seeing the heart. Here's a little heart if you don't see it. It's very softly, and it's very like, maybe there is a person or a situation where you just like, and I'm hearing like, grab a pencil. The universe will like, please grab a pencil and take note what will happen after that meeting. And you're like, are you sure? It's like and I'm seeing blushes. And interestingly, when I'm coming and I'm that topic we have here today is like, who will connect, or creatively, is that I'm feeling with this pie, there's more to it, like not just through your creativity, but it could be romantically as well. And oftentimes we say but, and I'm feeling it's not a controversial. It could be that you see yourself so in opposition to the person, or I would say it's one person with the King of Cups, someone who has with the King, I would say, yeah, well matured, well honored, is I'm hearing well received. And charity could be like charity work, something who's really blending into society and giving something back in a while. So it could be a mentor. It doesn't have to be. It could be someone who you are working with and has, in its craftsmanship, has found, I'm hearing, his freedom. He's free to do whatever he wants. The King of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, and I don't know why I wanted to say Aries, but that's not true. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And maybe you have a perception, or maybe you have an idea how it could fall. It's so interesting. When I'm talking, I'm like sweating. I'm like, okay. Maybe some of you are anxious or feeling, am I really, I don't want to say good enough, but right before it's like, and here steps the book, Someday Dreamers. I really adored the book. Because just of that picture, because she's, as you can see, explaining itself, it's so lightful, lighthearted, and I'm feeling that from the King of Cups as well. And when I'm thinking about my research and connecting to the Five of Pentacles, and there's the underlying joy, there's something that is so beautiful, so inherent, and the universe is like, it's a big heaven and haven. I mean, haven. And do you see here the avenue? Yeah. So what I'm getting here is that person it could be as well. I'm seeing like for some of you, it could be connected to animals or someone who, yeah, I'm seeing like charity, welfare, something, not welfare. I don't know why welfare. Yeah, okay, we had to, because I was thinking about the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is like when you are you sure? Because when we're thinking, but it's not here laid out, about the Five of Pentacles, it talks about crisis, maybe loss, limitations, uncomfortability, isolation, resignation, and the card of the Five of Pentacles always suggested to keep up, and that a situation would not be like, yeah, would not be hold it forever, for eternity, and something is, and I'm feeling some of you maybe had experiences in social situations that there was, yeah, there were, and maybe you've outgrown it as well, but would have made to outsiders to yeah, to just separate. We have that in so many kind of ways and shapes, and sometimes it can be, and here's the strong message with the King of Cups. Your past experience from your position won't restrict this connection. I'm like, whew, a huge stone is coming. It's like, okay, now it's out. Yeah, and it's interesting because the Five of Pentacles, we have here the Five of Swords, that your path will be lightful. And I'm seeing that your energy, I think there's something in your energy and your creativity and how you experience with your creativity and how you, create yourself, how you introduce yourself through your energetical and vibrational field that is so unique that even if you were separated because of it, maybe, this person will be very drawn to you because of it. Even if I'm hearing a huge gap of differences or differences. Yeah. Yeah, the anxious feeling is getting lower, and yeah. But when we come to the Five of Swords is something like, can be talking about you are here clearly the victor, the victor, maybe someone called Victor, but the Five of Swords is calling this person or this relation, that's a message for you as well. It's a win for both of you, but as well for you. And after all of hardships and posting currency challenges, there's a triumph. I have a feeling, and I'm getting a message as well, that all what you lived through and you experienced have coming to that moment. So again, and I want to underline it here, this reading was not designed as a romantic reading, but connecting to your cards, and I see the topics, there's something with it. But at first, I did not plan it. I wanted, how will you both connect to each other through your creativity? So maybe the artwork, which artwork kind of, creativity, or how will your creativity play out? Will it through, artwork, texts, visuals? Creativity is in every kind of shape or form. Sometimes it can be mathematics or so, and I'm connecting to both of them and to how he looks, and he's just like not looking away, but he's like looking to the left, and I think here's a person, and here's a person who I'm hearing as well. Maybe he's I'm hearing foreign, but maybe he's well seen, he's well established, I'm hearing well curated, yeah, everything was well, is achieved, compassionate, he's very lightful and lighthearted, and it could be as well that in itself is like a new door opening. What is interesting, because what I said in the introduction is that he as well could ring a bell for a new phase in your life. And what I'm getting with is that, and I was reading that in a book as well today, because when we're talking about attraction in the field of creativity, and we as creative beings, it can be as well that, because when we're feeling attraction, and everyone can feel it different, like some will, and I think there's some studies with it, or some authors who mentioned it, or were writing about it, that when someone is falling in love, that you could actually feel anxiety. And what I'm feeling is that when we draw consciousness or awareness, and because we are living with two polarities, and we have that acceptance and rejection, and what I'm feeling is like that's a tension of yours we're getting out of. And I think that in itself as well, if you don't, when you would say, okay, I have already a romantic partner, then it's like this person is a huge new heart competent, and here that finally choosing the card of the King of Cups, like this is a person who is perfectly from the universe matched, is designed, is like selected, is for you so in every kind, shape or way, that he always will support you in every kind of way. He will not hold back, he will go with you through all of the emotions, he will feel it through. And it can be as well, when we look at Cancer, Scorpion, Pisces, there are different variations with that. So with Pisces energy, a few Pisces energies is intuitive, but can be as well very open. And what I have experienced is for Piscean people, and I mean not the age, or the people of the Piscean age. So something maybe, some of them, the person you will will come to is maybe slightly younger than you. I'm getting a message. It's just dropping in. It's with Sunday's Dreamers. It's maybe you have hoped for that kind of person, but maybe there were some delays, but you would not really it's not that you didn't believe that this kind of person would be interested or would be exist, but it was like there is no intention like to it, like that you hardly manifested it. I mean, it was manifested from your soul, and it's like someone who maybe from your childhood or some years before, you were just thinking, oh, if I would do that, it would be great when I would do that with such kind of person. Like when you, like dancers, when you have a dance partner, and everyone has his own characteristics, even on stage and off stage, but as well when you are with another person, we have that chemistry. It's interesting because I'm now connecting back to a path of my forest rock today, and I was hearing undeniable chemistry. So maybe there was a message coming around already when I was walking, and it could be as well because I was drawn to the nature and the landscape, that you will go on walks, and maybe you will create something where you go on a like authors, or where you write. Yeah, I'm seeing maybe a really thick book or something, like with a huge length text of huge length, and you have to reassure, and you have to really communicate with each other, but it's everything is so lightful between you. This is what I'm feeling. I will this really not force it first into the romantical side. I will alongside add to it. So don't be I'm being deterred, but what I'm feeling is that, and this is the guidance from your guides, feel well in what you know by yourself. So if you're getting a person, or sometimes I have that as well, and maybe you have that as well too, is when I'm hearing a tarot reading, then you are opening up. And here's some extra messages where every time you open a tarot reading, a pick a card reading, or after closing it, you can ask Archangel Michael to cut cords. It's nothing like that you don't like the reader. It's like energetically, because you're open to it, and your energy could get lost on it, or could subside, could get lost here, and we won't want that. I want you to be sovereign in your own energetical presence, and being really getting cared of. And I will take a sip. I don't know why, but I should say it. I had prepared for me something with a chocolate, but now it's like a pudding. And it's great that you don't see me, because I think my mouth is full of chocolate a little bit. So here could be as well that someone likes chocolate, likes to prepare dishes, food, kitchen. Here we come with that. And I don't know why, but it's getting warmer in this room, and it's raining outside, so a really hard-warmed connection, when I didn't say that before. And I'm C33. So let's start with your reading. We have the King of Cups. Hope you can see him very well. Then we have the other cards. Maybe for some of you it could be, it could be important, or a relation. And I'm hearing a relative to connect. Maybe you were drawn to more than one pile, then it's suggested to watch both. You're free to choose. So the next card I have for you was a Chariot, and the one, that's a strong thing, because I wanted to introduce Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio. So what I'm seeing here is that, and I was getting that message that I was getting, because we had as well the King of Cups, but then we are tuning into the Moon, and we have the Chariot. And the Chariot is talking about mastering a situation victoriously, or I would say there's some, like, with your strength of will you did, and your skills, you've made an honorable result. So there was something, I was getting that with the Five of Swords, what we have. So there's something like a victory. He's like, victory, something will turn out in your favor, something will coming to strengthen you in all what you have, connecting to the King of Cups. It's such a beautiful energy, especially emotionally with the Moon. So the chariot is actually Cancer as well, and the water element. And the moon is Pisces. So we have a handful of water people here. And what we can say, we have here the emotional body. I feel like when I see these cards, it could be as well that you're like that this person is like, it's like a wave you didn't see coming, but in a really good way. It's like, yeah, I'm feeling like, I don't know if you know Waimea Bay, and there's that legend of Eddie Aikau. Maybe I will add a link to it, make a note, because it touched myself. And he was someone who helped to rescue and save the people who were surfing that huge kind of wave. And because the people were just like, they were surfing that very risky wave, and they were doing it again and again. And it could be as well that you maybe all of your stamina and there was something and I think you don't see that really, there's something in your energetic field that attracts this kind of person. It could be as well a collective. I know it's the King of Cups, and it's here very personalized and identified. Yeah, but I'm seeing that as well. I'm feeling like that all the experiences you had before was helping you to conquer it and to living freely and tranquil and peaceful with that person coming alongside. So what I want to say to your creative endeavors is that when we are looking at the Chariot card, is that your skills, both of them, so the Chariot is, there's a pair or there's a couple that, or teammates or partner or a partnership that is is finding alignment, is finding respect in each other, and a huge thankfulness and greatness. And there's something with bathing in joy, and for whatever you have achieved or you will achieve, I think there's a message as well that you will and you are encouraged whatever you create and whatever topic. Is it a song? Is it something I'm hearing a podcast? Is it something a restaurant? Something that is is something even more is helping an audience, dancing, singing. I think it is that, but is connected to a collective, even with spiritually, as I do it, tarot, or it could be as well when you're working with young adults, because we had that message with the page, children, and with welfare, or maybe you are helping people together getting out of welfare or getting off of welfare. It's like, and with the Five of Pentacles, there's something of your experiences that you will give further. And I'm seeing more equals, that the person who is is joining your journey or is coming with you or you're working with creatively is I feel less if you would be in a situation where someone is like in a hierarchy is higher, then it would be very fast like, okay, we are equals, we are just like, even on paper the one would be like high up and the other one would like someone who maybe has never, and that means anything, your worth or your value is never touched by a piece of paper, please know that. it's just like how the world has conducted it, has structured it, but nevertheless it's always more to a topic that, and I'm seeing this as well, that the person is really like knowing that you're the, I'm hearing true. Do you know that term with colors, when you say true to color? Yeah, it's like true to your essence. Yeah, you have a huge will, and you're really disciplined. What I'm feeling here as well, it's not like that you achieve something together, maybe a higher audience, opening up something to a bigger field. I'm seeing a lot of people, but what I'm seeing as well, it's like there's a huge jump forward, something like a big milestone. And I think it could be as well for humanity in general. So I'm thinking about that in the years before you were exercising, like discipline, maybe self-control, really working towards your how do you conceptualize yourself, how do you and I'm thinking like maybe you're very calm or earthy, and the other one is totally fiery or so, but here it's really like well measured, well combined. And I'm feeling as well that whatever you will do together, it's important as well to go the way. And this could be as well in the beginning, some of you may ask, yeah, but what is with the long run? Yeah, it's there's always that saying with it's divinely orchestrated, it's well talked, it's really good. I want to state something about Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio, because Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio are in generally very connected to their emotional body, and they are filtering, as you could say, their experiences, relationships, jobs through their emotions. I know that because I have, it's interestingly because for me it's very easy to connect to people of that element. And as I said before, because some, like Pisces, are really open, what I experience, and this is just a facette, this is just a nose. With Scorpio is like, there's room for everything, and maybe not necessarily all is sad or all is it's like really going deep in a more personalized way, and something like being touched and felt by it, and maybe not really so with a choice it would be like where we felt through, but not necessarily outward spoken, every thoughtful, or how, and I was seeing 43 generation of the thought process, you could say. Cancer is interesting because cancers, I always feel like, and we have the heels through the chariot, cancers, I feel that Cancerian can really connect to, I've experienced that they can easily say their opinion, and they have to, because it's not so well received if the feelings are oppressed. So there's a lot of people are drawn to them because it's like, you can say with the Cancerian energy, there's a field between the two of you that opens up something that helps you to connect to the people in a wider range. And I was seeing 44 globally. And And we have here the moon. I have a feeling, and I'm getting a sense, that you both are connecting with yourself and with each other in a very intuitive way. That could be depicted or play out as like you get each other's thoughts. And I mean, we have your water. This pile is full of water, and yeah, waterborne element. Very intuitive, and I think that's why a lightfulness, maybe a playfulness as well, but a lightfulness. There's a, you don't have to play by the book. This is what I'm feeling, and yeah. I have a feeling that the moon card is here. It's like it's talking for itself. There's nothing more to say. I think with the Chariot card, it was Archangel Metatron. Here we have Cancer, and yeah, what I wanted to say, because this card as well could be, and I did hear from the pages or papers, what I'm seeing here is like starting somewhere and on our way to a to autonomous, creatively, personality. I don't know why I'm just stumbling out of these words. It could be that there will common sense, but if you are joining together and you are, it's like, finally, we have joined each other, there will be a lot of calmness. It's like that even speaking for you could be like, it doesn't have to be, and that's interesting and beautifully as well, that you don't have to speak, and it's like when you're dancing on ice and with your partner, and it's also like fluent and naturally, and yeah, there's a lot of ease to it. I have to say, here with the moon is with Haniel, Archangel Haniel, if you want to work with an angel. What could be as well that both of you are working with your dreams as well, or you are getting messages through your dreams. Your clairsentience could be heightened, or it could be as well as a person who will help you to develop them, who could, it's like making a branch economically out of your clairsentience. So it could be possible he is a person who helps you to help you with that, who's really in tune with their own intuition and abilities and intuitive abilities. But I have both of you as well, and but I'm feeling like it's very important for you both, because there's some I will look further into it, but at that moment I'm more connected to your own individual personalities than your craft. But what could be as well, whatever craftsmanship or field job-wise are you in, economically, is that you have to have these kind of abilities to see the unseen. Yeah, I think this person will help you to walk the earth supernatural in a way. And I'm feeling like you're maybe, and here's another message about the anxiety when we're talking at first, is like that every kind of anxiety, irrational thoughts or paranoias or worries, it's like really important to go inward and don't follow that line. Yeah. I want to know which craftsmanship you will do. Okay, I'm getting two things. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting, because here's the Princess of Pentacles and so 5 of Wands. We have a lot of 5s. I'm seeing someone like a mediator, or someone who can work with languages, or working with bringing different opposing opinions together. With the Princess of Pentacles, because here, as I recreated her, the Page of Pentacles, either you or the person is really, has come through experience or his work. There's a legacy. There's something like, it could be like, like a career. Someone has, I mean, we have the page here as a princess revealed, but someone who has really conquered and mastered their suit of pentacles, who, and I think this is important to know that with the elements, with water element, and we are talking about the emotional side, when we come to the pentacles, it's materialized very well, and it could be as well as well educated. Okay. When we're talking about the emotional body, it could be like yoga instructors, physicists? No, psychologists, everything like therapeutic ways. And I'm feeling like communication, speech, rhetoric, rhetoric skills. It's not the air suit, but I'm feeling that. And I think both of your, if you're doing something visually, graphic-wise, it's like your ability to create something is speaking for itself. There's this, there's a clear message, like your work and how it is well composed, how it is composed. It's, how you do it is a good component as well in that relationship. It's interesting because at first I was like seeing the relationship, I was like feeling anxious, I was full of like feelings or emotions, but when it comes to the work process and how you relate to each other and how you work together, it's I think both of you, if there's an environment that is not would do like chit chat or would do like something that's I'm hearing questionable or would not understand how you work together. There's a profound, this could be with the card I will lay out in a minute. It could be something. There's something with the fives because we have all fives. Five of Swords. A huge transformational. It's like when you were receiving a challenge, and maybe equally individually before, you were just like, it's like trained by it. It's like people cannot every kind of grudge or every kind of deceitful, I'm hearing something from the inside. It's like you both can easily move from the moment looking outward into inwardly, and I think you do it individually. It could be as well that when you see each other, it's like it's interesting. It could be that there in the work relationship there would be a lot of aha moments, because it's like, oh, you do that with your photography, you do that with your pottery, oh, how you curate that, oh, I received that and I'm seeing that like that, maybe through sport. It's like you are interconnecting different things, and for the most of the time individually it was special for every one of you, and then you are connecting with each other, but then it's like, well, there are two of us on this earth. And that could be the moment where there's opening up. And here with the Five of Cups, there's like, maybe in the past there were just like a loss. Sometimes when you creative something, I know this was pictures, and I was coming across a YouTube shorts, I think it was YouTube, shorts where someone said, do you know when you draw a picture and you're in the ugly face also picture where it's all like in the Kundalini yoga tradition, you would say generate, organize, and destroy. And you're like in that moment where you have building up something, and you just like you opening up to it, but then you it's like layering, and it's like in the process they were coming out of it, and or like kintsugi, or it's like, yeah, cracking from something like glass, and then it's opening up and all the light is coming through. And this is what I'm feeling as well. And I'm feeling like my voice has shifted to a like much more not just tranquil, but more in a really like knowledgeable, like professional way. But I want to come back to the moment when it comes up, when you know, okay, we can do that. And it's like, maybe you can not just do it in a professional way. We have here the lovers as well. And I had to smile when I saw this card was all with the Five of Swords in the beginning, because you see her here like that. And I have to say, because we have the Princess of Pentacles, it could be as well that and with the water element, that's a divine feminine energy. It's like both of you, even if you're both men, you equally know how to work with the goddess. You respect the goddess, you know, as you worked, you know that before everything, before every good thing we do in our everyday life, like good food, activities, or meeting other persons in an adult way, that there comes nature and there comes peace. And what I'm feeling, there's just one hint, and that's really beautiful, that's really important for you, is to reconnect again to your true essence. I want to, yeah. You have the Knight of Swords, and it was interesting that when you are in your feminine energy, and that could be in that, creative work relationship as well, and we come to the Knight of Swords, I'm getting something, don't be hung up on that. It's like when you manifest something and it plays out, and sometimes there are hindering energies, but don't let yourself like down, or let yourself be hindered, or going to an event, or it's like, don't silence yourself off with your energy. And it's important for yourself, if that makes sense to you. It's like, it's on the one side, I see that it's reassured in your energetic field, and you do that with the Knight of Swords. It's a fast-paced Knight of Swords. It's someone who's it's outlined or underlined that your precious energy is what drives you, what helps you, and what keeps you healthy, and you should always connect to it. Finishing your reading, I will give you and do you see, this is the back side. I really love that. It's so interesting because here we have the little introduction. I can read it to you. Here this is said in German. I will translate it. Why is my heart so aching? Why are running tears above my above my face? Turrets run down my face. This is a story about magicians in our time. The 18-year-old girl, Yume Kikuchi, starts a very regiment apprenticeship, and to be a magician. And one day become, the magician herself. And here this is depicted as a fairy tale for everyone who believes in the wishes and who believes in magic. And this is so interesting because sometimes when you're younger, you're drawn to something, but you never know why. And beautiful connecting to your reading with the tears and the heart aching and the Five of Swords or the Five of Pentacles. There's something that there's a strength from within, and as we had here, a regiment apprenticeship is what I said before. It's connected beautiful to the reading, is that everything you have overcome can now serve everyone. So, oh wow, okay, there's something with music, playing the violinist. Yeah, and here she's saying, or she's stating, with magic everything is possible. And then the other person is saying, oh, there you are, we have waited for you. And then yeah, the person who's playing the violinist is saying, like, and I'm seeing 111 as okay, yeah. And I'm seeing that, I was seeing that with your, at first it's like, so maybe someone else is yeah, it's joining you and you're like, okay. And we will look deeper into the other page, and then we have here, we have two persons, and yeah, who are playing instruments. Actually, it's three persons, but yeah, making it better in a team. This is what I feel with you. Book number 1, stone number 1, and the King of Cups number 1. I hope this reading served you well, and you can always drop a comment, and I wish you a beautiful love, yeah, ocean full of love, and always in gratitude to read for you. Thank you. So I was getting the first message, and the first message was while I was making some like a little snack. I was getting the message for you that if someone forces you to relate in a way that you don't have to follow that. There's appreciation of your soul and your soul essence, and yeah, don't follow the trolls as well. It's interesting because I have a feeling with you that I'm hearing you are very complimentary with your energy. You're very I'm feeling that people are not very often I'm thinking about how I will yeah, there's quietness to you. At this moment I'm seeing 33. I have, for you, it's kind of different. With that kindness, yeah, there's a lot of kindness. And I want to highlight it first, the 10 of Cups, because there's something so beautiful arranged for you. You would never thought you would experience that. And you have chosen in yeah, in everything how it is laid out here, I was introduced or guided to lay it out directly and not card after card. So I will show you the book, and it's one of the most beautiful, sensitive, like clam for me is yeah, it's really beautiful. It's like I was reading, it's actually with short stories, and it's called The One I Love and Watashi no Suki Naito. Oh, there's a beautiful, yeah. It's interesting because, yeah, this is the energy I'm getting from you, and it's so beautiful. I love that. I'm like in a, you could say in a renaissance. renaissance of all these comics. And what I'm getting with your energy is here that do you see her? How she is looking? I think some of you, were not properly seen by others, or even looking down for your empathic nature or sensitivity. And when we are connecting to the theme of the reading, is that with Aloha and the Eight of Pentacles, there's the message that you're right, something with your right side, you are right. Yes, there's a strong message about however you were considered, you are right in every kind, shape, aspect, and nature of your truest sense. And I'm getting strong, and it's interesting because we have here the King of Wands laid out, and he's you could say he has a fiery appearance. He's like, I'm focusing, I'm doing it, and I will just settle if everything is done with all of my creativity. And what beautiful is, because we are talking today about creativity, artwork, craftsmanship, and I don't know why I'm always connecting to hawk here. For some of you it could be a spirit animal, and you have the Eight of, I'm hearing variations. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and we're starting with the Temperance card. I was guided to just or drawing and picking up some like sequentially, and I'm hearing initially. There's an initial thought or idea that you are tapping into, that will guiding you towards, I'm hearing maybe an interest, a sport or hobby through which you could connect. What interestingly is, I'm now connecting to the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords and the Ten of Cups were laid out why this Page of Wands, and this is actually, oh wow. Here, it could be a person, it could be a group, but you will connect each other, and maybe it took a little while and patience, and I'm hearing adjustments and measurements of all what in this beautiful universe is happening. But here, the hawk is again, maybe something with a guitar, musician, if you have interest in that, connecting and culturally through music. Why, at first, why this sequence, and what is more, I wanted to get more information about the Page of Wands. And we're getting the Ten of Cups, was ultimately, and I, as I was guided and receiving it, it's here, profoundly guided and should be in the foreground. So the initial thought, the initially intention is all what will describe that nature of that relation. If it's a person, I'm hearing even a state, a country, interestingly a place, something you're connecting to, and it's like you had to let go of all that perceptions and how others perceived you to come into the spin, into the motion of yourself. And the Eight of Pentacles is like an applause to that you're truly aligned with your heart, and you are now right and ready to go with your heart and do everything, every creative endeavor with your, soulfully, with your whole heart. I want to take you back to the picture. I will just, I use this book and I will just okay, that's interesting because see its layout. Something was raining, and today while I'm filming it, it is raining outside. And yesterday I was like, I mean, we had, it's warm, but it's raining as well. And here's a person who is really, yeah, she's shy, and he's saying like, oh, you've dressed yourself so well, so I will be gentle with you. It's like compliment, and she's like, with that rabbit ears. And he's saying, yeah, you look so great and pretty. And she's like blushing, and he's like, okay. And then she's saying like, okay, God, dear God, I correct myself and say, thank you that it was raining today. And it's so interesting because maybe this is your message. I mean, it's a short story. It's so interesting because I'm seeing, when you see here, we are just seeing all these. But when you look at the pages 4 and the short story is about, it's about joy and sharing joy and being pretty. And yeah, this story is called Pretty. And the protagonist is like, she wants to be pretty, and she says that girls who are in love wants to be even more prettier, and she said, yeah, so it's the case as well. And I think everything is like with the rain and so, and it's like she's like, it could be maybe, and now I'm connected to a reading with the Temperance card, that all what you have experienced so far is like, okay, this happened and this happened and this happened, how can it turn out into a wonder? And actually, when I remember right, we have here, because I have a card, we start with the Temperance, then we have the 1 or the Wonder card, and then we have the 10 of Swords, and then we have the Emperor. And I'm feeling like there could be a situation, and your guides and the universe and your soul have designed, curated a scenario, a situation. You think like, oh, I want to be my best, and everything is like, why I'm not looking my best? Why have to be like feeling so quote unquote messed up? Why have I feel so like exhausted, not well? I want my togetherness back. I want that, but what I have to say, it's like, you can calm down, because your guides or the situation was like meeting that someone, people, or yeah, being represented or presented, that collaboration creatively is, it was yeah, it was narrated like that, because it's like that the one person, and here it's a very masculine energy with the Emperor, will conclude, will join your journey, will yeah, coming forward to you, as it's not the case that he will see through all that. He sees, and I'm seeing 33, or 133. This one person will not judge you about your appearance. More so, it's why he's resonating with you. I don't know, it's again the Hawks. And we have the King of Wands. So, the King of Wands is someone. The King of Wands, and it's interesting because in the story she was like preparing so greatly. Who is this guy? Who has charisma? Who has charm? Who has flair? Who is just like, he could be as a chief of organization. Yeah, he's very creative, idealistic, has a high drive, is very ambitious, very influential, and very like, and Germany say anregend, yeah, has a high, very, I would say, radiance, has a, yeah, very professional, but as well, yes, theatric, I would not say dramatic, and dramatic contour. Yeah. see through it. So everything what has happened and seemed like something bad or something is like not favoring a situation is actually the best way possible to let it come through. And you will be so happy of it, because we are starting with the Eight of Pentacles and something that is aligned. So there's something that could be, and as well that could be kind of protection, that not your heart in itself, but something you really want to come into fruition, something that you worked all along and it's really dear to your heart and it's really important for you, will not be, your quietness will not disturbed, your character, you will not, how do you say that, you are not taking out of your character, or I'm seeing 555, you are not out of proportion. You as a person or as an individual will not be taken for granted, because that individual, if it's an individual will come across, it's like really well organized and can really reassure, will see your charismatic, your like your morals, your ideas of life. He will see, just not through that, but he will see the 10 of Cups. He will see that you are the whole thing, that even if it's a tiny project, that you are the right person for it. And with the Page of Wands, I'm feeling like this is it. I am sorry. This is what's really helpful. So we have, yes, we have the 10 of Swords, but we have the Page of Wands. And maybe if we had the 10 of Wands, it would be a situation where you felt depleted and it was maybe catastrophic or not. It's like you can move forward with your own charismatic, and there will be, maybe you will meet up that person, or it's like, yeah, that individual, if it's an individual, will feel like it will feel like a privilege to work with you or to be with you or to be, yeah, in that creative endeavor. And the Page of Wands always, or can actually talk about that your angels are helping you to, to accept, not be challenged, more finding acceptance in that new situation. It could be as well that with Temperance, it's like there was something that was not in your control, you could say. It was like it was destined, as I said, to be that way. And for you, for your mind, for your brain, it feels like a big offense, and there could be defense mechanism. But your originality, and this is what with the Page of Wands is talking about, is your joy is so marvelous, it's like a true connection. And you are full of a lot of ideas. You are so inspired, you're full esprit. French could something, or française, oder Paris. France could be something for you. Yeah. In general, the Page of Wands is someone who's really like loves to be in contact with others. It's really creative. It's a young adult or a young human being with a huge passion for life. You're someone who's enthusiastic. It could be as well that some of you were not recognized with before, but really, what I have to say, those people who didn't recognize you and your soul, that was not your people. They were just like, we could speak down of them, but we don't do that. We are going with the angels, and because you're really optimistic and full of self-confidence, you're really brave and excitable. You're really you have your own sweet kind of humor, and you can, I think, of every kind, because we have the 10 of Swords, and jumping from the 10 of Swords to the page, I don't know why, it's like, I'm hearing like Page of Hawks. Maybe someone is connected really to that spirit guide. I mean, the hawk is talking about having a goal, visionary, and there could be something that you have a vision inside yourself, and even some people didn't. It could be as well that this is a personal journey. So what you are connecting to creatively, so with whom is someone will connect through your artwork, maybe drawings, comics. I'm really drawn to comics, but something like, yeah, something that makes fun. For some of you will maybe have a question like, okay, creatively, I came to this reading and I wanted to ask, how can I open myself up even more? It's a great topic and we could dive deep into it in another reading. Through your, visually, it's like you have a high drive. You can connect with whomever you want to, but you have that vision. There's something, fun. That was the message. Everything that makes not just sense, but is really fun and enjoyable for you, and honoring who you are is here a big theme. What I'm feeling, I will, before I ask this beautiful book again, and I'm feeling that it's like I'm feeling like more eloquent. I feel like maybe I have a quietness to myself, but it's like when you really knew me, and I will say it and underline it again and highlight it here. The right person will never, and we had that with talking down. We don't do that, and going forward with the angels, will never indulge in those kinds of moments and will never lowering yourself. Maybe you were not seen for who you really are. And it's like I'm feeling you. It's like your spirit is like, yeah, that's sad, but we move on. And it's like that. There could be like really harsh comments, opinions. I'm seeing like young adults being on social media and like growing up in that world, and you're confronted with things, and then at the same time you have that beautiful. And now I'm led to the countryside of Japan, or a really rural community where you have grown up, and it's like so much of a contrast. It's not okay to speak, and I want to say that because sometimes we have to say and state that some things, even if it is worded, it's not okay to, and this is one thing, what it was first learned in, and I have a feeling you have a characteristics, and it's maybe, maybe it's perceived by others for quietness or shyness, but it's not the case. You are just respectful. And in Atlantis, it was one of the very first things that was taught, that as well as the perception that the parents could have were right directed, but as well that like speaking in an honorable way, being respectful, to take themselves out and let the others when he needs help. And I know by myself that when you do that, it's like you are not taking your space in, but it's like, and it's interesting because before I was starting the reading, because you could say even while I'm very tall, it's I would say slim. But when I played basketball, not because of my tallness, I was just like selected by a really great coach, and who gave me the shape and strength to make things possible for my personal growth, and help me to let that go through today. Maybe this is as well that here the person is acting like that, but you wouldn't see in the first place when you were seeing me as a young child that I could do things with my presence. When I was playing basketball, I was there, I was present. I'm seeing 444, so it was like that magnetic field is surrounding my heart, and we all have that. I can give you some, there's an exercise set from the Kundalini Yoga tradition. It's strengthening your magnetic field. I will look for the link. Yeah, it's kind of interesting with all of these how you do a reading, and I think you as well love to serve, but here in general I'm feeling like all of the situation we have Aloha, and I want to say something with Aloha. I have a beautiful book. It is called The Bowl of Light from Hank Wasselman, a PhD, and it is written together. It lends out his experience with Haile Makua, a Hawaiian elder, very special. If you want to draw to it, then I can give you the link in the description box as well. And we were talking about Aloha. So I'm looking for the right line because I was reading, I don't know if it's here. If it's here, I will read it to you. When not, I will. Then it was for some of you, because here it's standing about the creative principle, and he's talking about different levels. I knew I would read it, and I found it. I read the text before, so you have an idea from that. Here's depicted the second level, as we have just said, is about the manifestation. So this is the quotation of the source into form through the creative principle of the masculine and feminine halves of creation. Yes, and these in turn gave rise to the worlds of matter, of energy, and of the awareness that each of us has of the other. These are the three that came into being. So the second level is also about attraction. And then he's continuing and saying, between these three, this is the conversation between Makua and Hank Wasselman, between these three, matter, energy, and consciousness, there exists the force of attraction that connects them to each other. The positive polarity of attraction is acceptance, and the negative is rejection. In alignment with these, he continues, the positive polarity of acceptance is Aloha, and we have that here in the Eight of Pentacles, revealing that the deep impulse within life itself is about acceptance, about the agreement to participate in the game. This reveals that the second level is about love. This energy is cyclic, it's like a spiral. And as I say by myself, and in the divine artistry, or what I by myself recognize, we will always have that highs and lows, as we call it, the highs and lows of life. But it really, it supports you, it soothes you, because in the lows we can just face who we are, generally spoken, and we can come to terms with ourselves. So when we are talking here about and connecting to the reading with Aloha, it's like Aloha, I'm sorry, pardon me. There's something so special and significant about you that no wonder just the right people are allowed to come in. If the quotation or the quote that I've given you is interested, I will give you the link to the book in the description box. And then you can maybe buy a copy for yourself and read it. I really recommend that, because spiritually it's really invoked a lot of wisdom that's inherent in us, but has to be remembered. Yeah, I want to connect to another card that will tell us about your creative endeavor, and maybe person will reveal some. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing 3 persons actually. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 4 of Swords, yeah. And the 2 of Swords, yeah. I'm seeing a situation like something that caused, and with the 10 of Swords caused maybe a loss or sadness, maybe anger. It could be an emotional wound, but you had no choice. It was with the Temperance card, it was like reconnecting to your heart. And then with the 4 of Swords, it's like, yeah, it's again that message of just laying all the swords down and just be present, what I'm getting here. And you see how it's like I'm feeling like there was a situation and whoever was connecting to it was not by himself, was not really happy with that fully. And this is a suit, so no, how do you do that? How do you call that? Can't do that. It's a crystal, so you see my crystal. We have the 2 of Swords. I think the situation could mentally have conflicted you, but I'm seeing nothing less, and I want to take you more to the easier part, to the lightfulness of the 10 of Cups. Yes. It is highlighted here because, okay, I think this situation, and maybe you don't have seen that about yourself, because we have here this card. I was asking why it is highlighted again. And here stands a love letter to my souls dedicated from my heart, to 2 souls, 1 life, strength, vulnerability. And vulnerability, being vulnerable with yourself and with others, is such a huge strength, yeah. And here's like, yeah, the beauty with her own sense. You have so many layers and pages and chapters with you. Just one would not have the full concept. So 3 persons I have for you. We have, interestingly, we have the Queen of Wands. 1 person, we have the 9 of Pentacles, so it's 2 persons, but I was seeing maybe 3 persons, or yeah, partnership could create something bigger. We have the Emperor. Interestingly, in the first number, in the first pile, the Emperor appeared as well. No, we have it here. I don't know what I was thinking about. Yeah, okay, we have both Emperors. That is like, and we have the Queen of Wands. And we had the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Page of Wands. It could be like, yeah, meeting your soul family. A bunch of people will create that beautiful, such with the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. I mean, the 9 of Pentacles, like laying in the luxury of your own intelligence and what you have provided yourself with that. And being from that visionary, it's like, with all what he was stated with the 5 of Cups, with 4 of Swords and 2 Swords, it's like, again, the people who were not getting the full picture, and I feel like you should separate from that energies that was playing out in the 3D, quote unquote, from that who were not, maybe some of you were called too idealistic, or too, had too high up thoughts, but I'm like, this could not be true. It's like, yeah, and I don't want to dive deep into it. It's like, yeah. As well, what I'm seeing here, I don't know why, but because that situation is like, even mentally, even if it shaped you mentally for a long time, and I was reading that in a book today, in a store. It was, through a coincidence, and we all know that no coincidences are there, is that we have 2 emperors, and I'm hearing well manufactured. I want to finalize your reading here with a message. Oh, There's another story. So it's so interesting. It's like you can now choose how it wants to play out. And here we have a lot of children. Oh, yeah, it's about a kindergarten. It's interesting. So this story is talking about okay, in the introduction, she's talking about how she loves, how the author loved, and it was really clear when there was a moment she was really, yeah, in love with the art of someone. And I think with the Ten of Cups as well, that someone could actually recognize you as through your, it's like, oh, I want to really like, there's something with the number 5. I really want to join you. And we have 2 emperors. I'm hearing 2 suitors, but there's, yeah, we had the 2 stories together. You have here a lot of children in your story. She's talking about, yeah, the circumstances, or how some people say that girls who are, just because of a boy, learn a new hobby or have a new, have a new interest, it's like that they have no identity. And then she's referring to it that loving something that someone you love is something that really can be enjoyable. Then there's a meeting up with a person. And it's like that joy for someone. It's like when you do something. I am like getting some messages and how it's all together. I want to come back here to the sequence. Yeah, we had at first that someone is really seeing your essence, but then we have that, not just idea, but we have that picture of there's something connected in your heart and something that you really loves and adores. And with the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands, something, and I said that about the music. Maybe you were just, I was assigned, you would say, I was assigned to do something because of that person. And I'm feeling like it could be that maybe you were just like quote unquote a fan, or you just like admired someone, and then it's like, yeah, he's the reason why I did that. He's the reason why I was following through it. And it can be, well, that not just like, a fan, or like the relation between a star or a fan. I mean, like in a person where you come across someone and he really inspires you, and we have to acknowledge, we as artists, now I'm getting it. Because of your quietness, there could be that you have a skill. It's not, because with all of these cards, I was not getting, although if you was a guitar display, I was not getting a specific craftsman, a craft, or something like, something that depicts your creativity. But what I'm feeling like, you have the ability to connect people, to connect through your heart, to connect your true sense. And I mean, we have the, I have to say it, we have the King of Cups, the King of Wands, and maybe it's like, because the King of Cups is like, can be like opening up a big, huge field, and serving emotionally and creatively as well, a profound way of wealth for the community. And we have the Page of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and it's so interesting to seeing them, all of them together. It's like the Trinity. It could be as well that there's an alignment for your with your higher self, with your soul, with your heart, body and mind. And I'm seeing a lot of that. What I'm getting here is the message as well, that you should not just see you for that creative skill or that thing, like in a Taurus way or Taurusy way. It's like enjoy your life and who you are. And I'm feeling like the person or places or community you're coming across or with whom you are connecting is getting, it's like, and we have the two emperors. I don't know why here two emperors. It could be as well, and I'm seeing a hawk again, a family, a tribe, and two emperors. These emperors signify different levels of meaning. He's really like the emperor, like who's organized and going for it and take a sword and is like is protecting himself, and he's like the emperor who would I not prefer but can be seen as the one who's I'm seeing he is someone will participate in your creative endeavor and a creativity endeavor with you, who really indulges with you in a way where he creates a space where you can protect it, your light can be protected and your essence, but as well in a really divine way, because this emperor I'm connected to in a really precious divine way, who is well balanced. What a reading. I hope you find some resonance, not just your song. Interestingly, it was like, it was not, it was easy. The road with you was so easy. It was like, when you're tapping into your energy is, it seems chaotic, but it's in a way like really steady. Yeah, steadily. So thank you that I could read for you, and take your time and maybe take a bath. I don't know where it comes through. Maybe this is a message for some. And bye and aloha from my heart to yours, and an ocean full of love. Mapping out the cards was for every pile different, and I was getting during a short break the message, girl, or how you identify yourself, do it please for yourself. And if you ask yourself, going to an event, doing something like because someone is not there, just if you got a hint, do it. Please do it. Just for the joy of it. It's okay to balance out your energies. It's okay to reconsider how you feel at that day. It's okay to take charge of your own sovereignty. It's okay to be responsible, but I think now's the time to, and I was guided or to, you could say circumstances where someone, you could say in front of me, was maybe more like leveled up or career-wise, was more matured or developed, accomplished, but I'm hearing like your guides are like, they're coming like straight through, and they are like, no, it doesn't matter. The matter is just matter in fact. You are the wise soul, you are the person. So with the wise soul, I'm seeing as well that I know, and you're connecting for yourself with the crown, very good. And you can download informations, you can, you have a huge, I'm hearing control, or how, how you navigate you through your life, but you can let you surprise. And sometimes it's in that case when we just like doing nothing, like we have no intentions about that. It's like it's not that we are then meaningless or attentionless. It's like we are just living, not living off, but living with the source itself, with in the Sikh tradition we say, or it is said, hukam. It's life. It's something higher than all of that we identify us and or play our roles with. And I'm now connecting back to the two things. One thing is that we can always be there will be main events in your life, and they will take place, but you can take your time, you can be with yourself. And I'm feeling like the message I was writing, and I don't have even cards here, I'm not just laying it out, I was not like mapping out, and for every pile it was so different how the reading was organized or orchestrated. For you have that huge strength. Now I'm seeing, I'm seeing your book, and I know the story of it. It's called, we can start with that actually. We have the voice of a distant star, and here the voice of a distant star, the title is touching, that being in truth with it's a beautiful story. And when I was reading that, it reinvokes two things about myself, and it was how are we connecting, or how you can connect to something, like connecting to being otherworldly or otherworldly, and then how you stay in relationship with those who really love. It could be as well that you feel a huge mission in life, and I told that on pile number 2 as well, and I will tell you that in the beginning, right in front, is that today I was in a store and there was a book, actually from an author that I think comes from my hometown, and he by himself would say about his young adulthood, teenage years, that it was not easy, it was tougher, or it was a tough experience. And I think the book was called like Take a Walk with Me, or Go on a Walk with Me, and through his narration and the text, he was like, we're taking a walk with you. And then he was he was explaining how he's I would say in the country, he's a speaker, he's an author, he's well accomplished, and how I've come across of them. It's interesting because he's in my hometown, and actually he has his how would you say, his office directly in front of my home, you would say. And there's sometimes when I'm in a specific kind of consciousness, or when then I'm connecting to a specific kind of consciousness, you could say, he will appear. It's so interesting. And he would just appear, and I would see him with a camera or people around him, and he looked like a like a man well made, like someone who is now when I'm thinking about it, I've just not seen just with his work, I have just seen him when I was walking through the forest. I think I've seen him, don't fixate me on that, but I think he was dating someone. I was like going straight, I was like, I don't want to to make a noise. He was sitting on a bench with a beautiful woman, and sometimes you come across some people and they have maybe a status or so, but then eventually you are connecting to him because there's something lying in them that lies within you. And when I'm feeling he is talking about him, and he was telling that, or sharing his experience, that when he was young, he was studying, and in his little tiny flat, and he did and he does videos as well. I think motivational videos and self-help books. He created, I think one of them was about the inner child. It's like he helped themselves. I'm feeling with you and talking all about that you by yourself, you are a visionary like that, or you have that strong urge in you that there's a purpose that is important and you are disciplined enough to come to that. But what is he said and what I'm feeling so much is like, you are allowed to have fun. And he said that as well, and that it was just a paragraph I was reading was he was like not relaxed, not stressed out on that phrase, and I think that when you are younger or you feel something like that huge strong sense for something, and that knowingness, that's something that comes maybe from your future self, something from the collective. Like I think many tarot readers feel that there's a collective they will serve, and in fact you have you have soul contracts with those, can be with that collective, and you will feel when you don't go that route. But as well as this, that in every kind of phase of your life, and I've oftentimes with the cycles of life, we have like their astrology wise, we have and a huge one has ended. I think it was last year or the year before, was a 19-year-old cycle. And when it comes to success, it's actually, there's a cycle that is called a 13-year-old cycle. So it is actually, it's a cycle and circle of success. And there are 3 cycles. The first cycle is a 7-year cycle. It's a cycle of consciousness. So the second one is the 11-year cycle, it's the cycle of intelligence. And the 18-year cycle is the cycle of life. So it is given in the Kundalini Yoga tradition, which with the cycle of consciousness is depicted that the time frame which consciousness evolves and renews itself, bringing a new clarity to one's own reality, relationships, to the way one lives live, and the distance still to cover to reach one's destiny. And we know all that with marriages, and with the number 7 we have the 7 chakras, planets, and we have even more planets. But the 11-year cycle as a cycle of intelligence is where experiences are absorbed and proceeds to enhance one's intelligence. It helps to understand what action one must take to create useful outcomes for the fulfillment of one's destiny. And concluding, the 18-year cycle is the cycle of life. So every 18 years, everyone makes the biggest change. So, or you could say, I think this is why when we come about, it's like a symbolic death, you could say. It's like a closure, and you enter into a new phase. Why I'm telling you this is that I will give you the book if you want to, where you can, we could do that. There's a meditation to it actually. Otherwise, we make it in that way. If you want to take or you're interested in more Kundalini Yoga techniques, let me know in the comments. So, yes, I will take a note about the book and how I will remind that. Please pardon me if I don't note it. Then it was lost in translation. Coming back to your reading is, with the voice of a distant star, it's a story, and telling all that of you is that I'm feeling like you have that great, yeah, it's like a feeling and knowing about how life creates itself. As I said, a wise soul, and the voices of a distant star is, and I hope I retell it in the correct way, is that the protagonist, this girl, is selected for a journey, for something. She is, I think in high school, she's selected to, yeah, for the space travel, you could say, because she has specific skills. But in school, as it is often, and I'm seeing 555, and this could be important, there's a message about if you just let yourself loose for a moment and allow yourself to do some, to allow yourself to do some mistakes. You are allowed to, maybe something or someone will coming up, or it will opening up, making not just your way easier, but this breaking up of a sequence. I'm seeing as well that there's a huge like inspiration, like this is story, the voice of a distant star, because the protagonist is, she's, you could say, appointed, is selected for that space travel program, and then she's joining it, but she has a connection to someone, and then they were getting messages after messages. It's kind of, you could say, odd, or it's like, I don't want to say sad, but it's like the faster she travels, the longer it takes for the messages to come back to Earth, and it takes longer and longer to get some, and that's why the title is The Voice of a Distant Star. The distant star is like, and I'm getting the message as well, maybe there's something or someone that is, or with your artwork or your craft, it's achievable. It's not that quite distant. Even if that story sounds total, that's German, totally in opposition to the story, but the message is it's creatable. It's and even that with people who are joining your healing. Maybe some of you have healing abilities or in the healing field, and someone or something is, or a group is coming towards you, because you could say her lover or her beloved one is, the other person is is making a decision. He's making a choice that he will join her. Maybe he has not in the first place, but he's working hard to travel so far as he has to. So he makes a choice to do everything to meet her again. And it's kind of a romantic way, and I'm feeling like that people who are coming towards you will join you in a way where they will help you out. They will support you. You don't have to go that route around alone, and it's like that allowance that is just coming through. And even not looking at your cards, that's your message. Now we come here. Okay, maybe there's just another. Yeah, she's really exceptional. It's interesting because I was getting that message while I was walking, and I had that for another while in the forest. It's like you as a person has a huge sense for exploring, That is what I'm getting from that panels. And she's receiving that message, and then the other person is asking, is the message from your friend? And she's stating it's just a fan, but it's an important one. And even if you don't want to connect romantically at this time, connection with others can be not just productive. And I'm hearing like, we are not here just to be reproductive, but to be, to enjoy life, to go together in that life. Life is not just about, and I feel, I feel like, how do you say that? Like, tapped, like, I could myself see in that picture. It's like, even if you have such a huge caliber, such a huge creativity, such a huge thing, it's like, you can, it's like, it's like your higher self wants you to ask, or wants you to not just reconsider, or I'm feeling like something will open up to you that will help you, and it doesn't stand into the contrast of your strength. I'm feeling like, which road do you want to go for yourself, for your personal side? Because we don't, it's so interesting, because that reading was like, and I was like, I had the attention, or I had the, you could say, expectation to see some craftsmanship, like for all the readings, all the piles. And what I'm seeing is like, it's like your higher self is like saying, please consider that your creativity, it's great, and it serves, it serves a higher purpose, but to be balanced, to be equalized, it's especially, and I did today a video with, it was a message, the overall message, and I will upload that as well, the video. Maybe you will connect to that video as well again, but it's like your higher self wants to point out that just for yourself, do something just for yourself, and just for the sake of fun, of, for you, and with no attention of, and I want to say it again, it has no, even if it feels like it has no meaning, or there's no proper like subtitle, or like in a book to it, or like subject, sometimes doing something like so different can change it, or can change the perspective, can help you to open up yourself to a new experience, and that Fae opening, and that, okay, I'm hearing the Fae, something with the magical worlds. It's like maybe playing outside, but can open up yourself to, and helping you through those like mental limitations, or can help you open up to, different new magical opportunities in ways you have never thought of. And that's huge. I'm hearing there's something like a huge passion of yours, or don't forget that you're here to, to celebrate, to have fun, to have both sides, not just your work, career, job. There's another message. Okay, it's interesting. I will give it to you, but I think there's another one. This is so interesting, because I don't know from which is the year. Sometimes I think like comics or so are like, so there seems that like 10 years later or so, they will something tell you, and here it stands, there's no, it's from 2008. Okay, this is so, no, it's originally it's from 2005, there's something, maybe you have like a skill like looking into the future, knowing that some things, even with your sense and ability to having maybe some clairs open or mastered, it's for you important to know that some things are maybe a mystery even for you. And here with that thing, okay, I'm drawn to tell you that later. And again, what I was feeling from that short, it's like, please take your time. Yeah. I was coming because it's like she's saying, oh, I'm in the serious system. And she's like sad because her friends and family are developing to, how they develop, they're living their life. And she is aware that she doesn't know them anymore. She's not, and then she's asking herself as if that friend will forget her as well. So I don't want you to depress with that story, but she has a strong sense of strength in her, and she's like registering that she's alone. And there's that question in the room is, will the one she feels connected to, okay, there's a question about if you feel connected to someone, it is important to follow that feeling. I want to say freeing to that, because it will free yourself. Please follow that, because your heart is your guidance. And we are here at the equinox time. We are connecting again to what your heart wants to consider. And I will say something, because I was sometimes, and in my young adulthood, I was like, I had a huge capacity to do so many things, but and I understand that when you restore your energy and do it just for yourself, and you love to be for yourself, and you feel so good and well, but sometimes, and I experienced that yesterday, sometimes you can give someone something and you don't even know that there is a little thing, like I was with someone, we were buying food, and the person I was with was asking, like, do you want apples, and do you want anything else? And then I was drawn to some bottles with juice, and I was like, okay, we'll take them. And I think it was lemonade. Do you call it like soft? It was not a soft drink. It was like, how do you call that? Do you know what I mean? Even if you work alone all for a day, it's okay to go with the community and to follow what your heart really feels. It's okay, and it's not just not okay, it's recommended. Your soul, your higher self recommends it. And I, by myself, sometimes I just draw with no attention, or it's like really therapeutic. And then sometimes it's like with channeling, it just comes through, because I mean, I do that with because I can draw soul pictures, and with soul readings as well. Or I would say my mastery is more with visually, and I love to do that. But sometimes when I do that for myself, like art therapy, it's so interesting and beautiful how what comes up and how precise it really is when you let yourself dive deep into that like field of no meaning. You could call it 0 point field, or you can just avoid, although I'm not pretty sure if it's that, but it's like if you just let it appear, let it allow, let it come through to you. Mm, yes, and yeah, ending the story with the bottles is like, I was later on in the city. We were walking around and we're in a beautiful garden, and we're sitting on the person and I was with, we were talking, and yeah, and then a man came with a dog and he was searching for some, because here in Germany you can, if you collect the bottles or like these, I don't know the word, you can get some money for it. And I was like, okay, I was like, shall I give the bottle to him? And I was like, straight, we do it. I was drinking it out, and he was like, if I didn't buy that bottle, he would not did that in that moment. And this is like, it's like that nudge that you don't know why, and but it's important, and you never know why that comes. And it's okay to say, okay, it's like when you have an event or so, or you want to go to a place and you just let it open when you will arrive, but maybe like you can set the intention that you say, I will arrive at the perfect time for you and for yourself, where you can really enjoy the event. Yeah. And that's always all from the cards. I think you're very intuitive, you're really aligned, you're really like with your heart, but it would be like, I think it's very pleasant to be with you. And yeah, I feel yeah, a huge gratitude that you were tapping today in with me and take your time, because those kinds of readings I do with presence, but as well I take my time to give those messages through. And sometimes I know other tarot readers who are so greatly and so precise and with shorter readings and just laying out in 50 minutes those kind of readings. And every tarot reader has its own characteristics, and I have my own style and way, and I know that this is appreciated as well. But yeah, not bad. And giving you all the messages, I want to say thank you that you share that with me. Now coming to your reading, what were we talking about? So you get to the Strength card, and I think I don't have to say anything to that card here, because everything what I've said is in the story from the ADistantStar. It's all about strength. Yeah. I have 3 cards, and the message is very clear, because we have here the Page of Pentacles, and where I was drawing with you, do you see the skateboard? And we have the Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is all about collaboration. It's like it's like you yourself want to say, yeah, do it. Just do it for yourself, do it for your own sake, and give yourself the grace to indulge in it and be with those who are here to join you. I think that when we're asking about the question and coming back to the intention with whom will you encounter and share your creativity with, I'm feeling like it's not the question with whom, it's the question like be accessible. And it's interesting because you have the 3 of Pentacles, and 3 of Pentacles can talk about situations where because of hard work, because of a good planning, they are successful, and you will get those kind of recognitions, or you will get, I'm hearing a fee or something like you will honor because of your hard work. And most of the time the 3 of Pentacles recommends that you direct your focus on something that that concretes your passion, that really highlights it and also focus on your passion and then do your best. Just do your best. And what I'm feeling with that is, and this is all what the Three of Pentacles is talking about, it is important to be a team player. And I'm feeling like with the Strange card, it could be, if you don't resonate with that at all and you already are, then great. Then maybe we'll get a message for you as well, but I'm feeling like and I'm feeling so strongly, it's really important that, or it's possible that you join a group or organization through something that's, through like an intuitive feeling or hit, like you would not, I'm hearing like, maybe it's a surprise to do that you do that, like you're going to a place, but it will perform something out of you. That's interestingly spoken. Yeah, it can be talking as well that with all of that, and it's like being fully committed to being an artist. And it can be as well that you are committed, and this is, if you say, I'm all in with that will, but there could be a message as well that at that moment of time, the best person you could be as well is you and yourself, and just concentrate. It's so interesting because it's a polar opposite. It's like, on the one side, it's like recommitted, go, and your energy. But I see here the, what's both of them, directives, or because the other one is like, so no, I'm concentrating on my handcraft, I'm doing it, I give my best, I go for it, and I fulfill the artist I am, and I'm getting the message as well, like, as I said, maybe I'm getting a message for you, is that maybe you are just committed to yourself, and you are, with whom you share your creative talent is like, sorry for the like, for the, saying it again, or how do you say it? Telling it twice. You're fully committed to your own inner artist. And there's a beautiful song, and I will share it with you. Maybe it will inspire you for some. It's called Choose Her from Rihanna. I think, and another pie I shared it as well. Because it's so beautiful what you want to create. The vision you have, not just for yourself, could be and is, and that is feeling as well with the voice of a distant star is, I'm seeing in secrecy, or in secret you are a star, but it's so beautiful that it should be shared. It should be that what you see, the beauty, the joy, the creativity inside you will make its fall at the moment you share it with others. And it's always connected to that saying when we say, let yourself be seen. I'm hearing robust, I don't know why, as a soul. Yeah, you could as well, what I'm feeling as well, that actually with whom you share your creativity, and this is that you will not just take charge of your own. You are an artist through every cell, every layer of your being, and you will give it further. You not lay it down, you pass it down, like in a lineage, like it is done with monks, like the master and the student, and or like with workshops. I'm seeing that when you like photography or so, and you did, you have that passion of yours and helped you, and it's sometimes so interesting. You have a passion, and India Earl, she's a photographer. I could give you I hope I will all these notes, because the paper is so tiny, but I hope I will remember it and can read my written, but that was just a little note alongside. Anyhow, she's a photographer, and she by herself, I think I'm not really sure if she's from Utah, but she's from the States, and I think I come across her in, or it's so long, I think in 2015 or 16. And she's a great photographer. I think she did wedding photography, or she does it, and elopement photography at that time. And I think she does it well, but yeah, developed ranches. She, especially during the restrictions occurred worldwide, she performed, and she did workshops and preserved her knowledge. And she, at a very young age, she, from my own perspective, she passed down her knowledge, what she was gaining through her experiences. And like when you are as a photographer in a small town, and how you can, yeah, get yourself into the picture with your art and craft. It's interesting because I was feeling that by myself, and sometimes it's really great when you just follow that little nudge. And I have to say, I've experienced it when you don't do that, and it can be hurtful because, yeah, it could be help you. I have to say, and that's as well as that, and always trust your feelings. It can be as well that sometimes something occurs, and I know I would state that in a reading, when you know there's an energy, and there's like, especially as creative, like an opportunity, because some doors are not really doors. Some doors are like something, or it's from an old frequency, and you're just saying, okay, this is great, but I could do something, I want that, but in a different kind, shape, or way. Like if you go to an event, like we could say an art exhibition, and like you are, for years or so, you love to go there and to see all these, because with the artistry side, you're receiving energy from another artist, and I'm seeing 22. You're receiving energy, you're receiving their thoughts, their ideas, their mind, and it's okay. And it's, and an artist, it's really, I think this is like being conscious about how you want to proceed, if you want to proceed with that, because every art exhibition is so different. Wherever you go in this world, there's so many, yeah. I wanted to share with you the message from the 22, and it's, you have the ability to work like an earth angel on earth, and to fill your heart. Wasn't it in the beginning, or was it another part where the heart was, my heart was so heartwarming? I did that. Maybe it was yours, but yeah. You were born to light your, and to, yeah, to light your light, to, yeah, be here as an earth angel, you could say, to, I'm hearing with your light, you can not just command room, you can just, so many people will just, and I'm getting that some of you were, maybe you were going a road alone, but now it's like someone is waiting for you to, and now I was feeling like I would speak Indian or Hindi, I don't know why. I was coming across today to men who were speaking Hindi. It was quite nice. Yeah, you can people give something along the way. So I had to pause the video for a moment because the battery was going down and lowering, and yeah, coming back to your message. Oh, it's interesting because I'm sitting on another chair because I had to support the battery. I think when you come across those kind of views, I don't know why, I'm sorry, I like in the like, now through that surprisingly break, I'm like so, I feel like so, yeah, you don't say, I feel like fun size. I mean, when you buy surfboards or like, because I'm very tall and sometimes I said once, I'm fun size, but not in a, you could say adult way, just in a, not thinking with no, just, you can say I'm a Sag, I have fire prominent in my chart. Some points. I feel like I think it could be for you as well really good, because I'm like, I think that was at that moment it was the right perfect thing, because I'm like, I was like totally acting totally fast to let the reading go and flow and being and holding that flow, and I could, with your energy balance, maybe you are not guarded, but you protect your energy well, and I can understand that. When you're being in the process of restoring your energy, it's, even as like artist, it's so important, and I always understand when you say no, I don't want to go with that. But there's that huge message to try to give it a try, and yeah. I want to conclude it with the Page of Pentacles, and as well maybe looking again. Yeah, there's something, it will something good out of it. And with the Page of Pentacles, again, it is highlighted, it's talking about a young human being, a young adult who loves to study, who loves to be optimistic, but oftentimes is very realistic, and who is successful and loyal and, yeah, really frugal and trustful. And yeah, you're wiser than your age would be show. And I think maybe there's some Virgo placements in your chart, because I know with them it's I have some Virgos in my family. They're just like, they're great people, but as well what I received or what I could observe is like sometimes maybe too, and I don't want to, if you don't feel resonance with that, because this is very subjective. Sometimes came with astrology, you could be subjective, but in my experience, I want to disclaim that as that Virgo can be very loyal, very, yeah, I mean, prone to earth. And I think this was your message. I will give you an extra card. 2 cards, yeah. We have the moon. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, it's because it's battery. And yeah, so the comic, I want to state with the comic, so there's no, here's the comic, I will lay it here down, or with a straight card. It ends up like, but after all we have us. So there's that, whatever, maybe it could be as well that through your artistry, because you have crafted or mastered it, you have, people have come to you, but they as well have gone. And you've come across so many people who are coming to you. I'm so sorry, pardon me, because it's like, someone is like nudging me to be in that, like, it's very easy, and like, because this is a heavy story, and it's like, keep your head up, keep your heart strong. Yeah. Your higher self wants you to be lighthearted. That is what I can say. There's something, we have the moon, and there's the extra message for you, and the judgment card. And this judgment card is talking about that you are beautiful, and the moon is really like being connection, maybe in connection, but here it's really like it's Piscean, and we have the Archangel Thunderphone, and we have sparkling water, yeah, or future or choice. It's like you can choose to have fun. I don't know why I have to smile. It's like someone really wants to join your, or wants to be with you. And here we have this the seal. I will just lay it like there because I don't know, and just I'm thinking your life will get a different turn, like in connection to your habits and however you feel. Your presence, your energy is, I'm hearing, welcomed, and I think this is really important for you. I'm hearing for your part, but as well for the whole reading. Thank you that you have let read for me. And yeah, I feel like so heartful, delightful, and joyous, and have a great day. Bye. Plan number 4. So, coming back to your reading, we have the World card and 7 of Cups you've chosen. There are just 2 cards for you, so I lay out the 7 of Cups and the World card. This book is a special one. It's connected to the Astral realms, and when we are connecting to a reading with whom you are connecting with, this could be spiritually, as it is said here, or stated that you are connecting to your dream state, and your dream state to others. It's like you're working together with spirit. And with the 7 of Cups, I'm seeing different qualities of your maybe downloaded, but you are connecting to different qualities of yours. It could be layered to your being, like you can tap into the different bodies, emotional body, or you're working creatively with your physical body, like movement. With the world and the Astral project theme, or the Astral realms, I'm feeling you are really widespread, like, and I'm hearing illumination. I'm hearing, awakening, spiritual, like connecting to a wider range of realms. So you are open to many layers of that multidimensional universe. Sounds funny, but to that different layers. And I stated that in another reading, that when I'm in a specific state of consciousness, I am crossing, or I will meet different people, as we all do, but I don't know if you experience that for yourself, but if you're in a specific, not just state of mind, but really consciousness, there will come up some people were pathing your way or passing you through, and I'm feeling like you have the ability to it's like you use your psychic abilities for creativity. And we have not a lot of cards here. The 7 of Cups is a card that oftentimes talks about it's oftentimes that you are a choice. I'm feeling like you can choose wherever you want to tap on. What I'm feeling as well is that you can see, and with the World card as well, you know the outcome, how a creative endeavor can play out, even the facets, like when you do, I don't know if you know the saying of like you're going by the book or you are venturing, if it's the right term, you're venturing through all these realms with your own energy, and you know how to directly, because with the Seven of Cups, sometimes it is recommended to make a choice, but I'm feeling not but, and because of that characteristic of the card, I'm feeling you can do make fast choices based upon that maybe feelings, vision, ideas you were getting. There's something with an institution. I'm feeling like it would be recommended to not, I would follow your feeling if you want to work with someone with, I'm hearing a bunch of people or an institution that you have the right people, you have to have the right people behind you because of that extraordinary, I'm hearing psychic abilities. It's interesting because here's not highlighted the creativity as something like an artwork, but more so the how we create art. And it is where you could be a teacher or someone who's helping people. I'm sorry. Helping people to sort themselves out, sort their life out, to get to the moment in that presence where they can be creative. And what I would say, and now I'm seeing it actually because we have this bunch of people, I'm feeling it could be as well that you're working, it's interesting, it's very interesting because you're working professionally for yourself, but very individualized, and you have your wisdom, your knowledge, but then you have that people surrounding you, like working in a collective way, who you will pass through that knowledge or you will give guidance, but then as well you are just, it's like when you're turning, it's like you are tuning into the higher guidance, the universal consciousness, you give it further, and maybe that could help, or other will create something out of it, out of the information you give, like somebody who gets give like a counselor. Yes. Yeah, I wanna, because they're just two cards, I wanna know which direction we will go. There's another card. Okay. Oh, this is really interesting because we have the King of Pentacles and we have the Princess of Pentacles. So I wouldn't have thought that, but here are two persons, individuals are formed, outlined, marked, and we have the Knight of Swords. Interestingly, I'm seeing, because there's so much, it's like working with a team. Yeah, it could be like you're working with someone together, maybe like a psychic medium, or like you are like helping him being productive, or like you're working with artists, like, yeah, like when you do an exhibition, like creating all those kind of like in a museum, you organizing it and doing it and giving it all together, Then we have the Knight of Swords. I'm feeling like I'm giving the space of when you are not speaking and you can really tune into it. And I'm feeling this with your pie. Before you do an action, you are consider yourself, you recollect yourself. You can do it really easily. You have a huge capacity to recenter yourself, but to build it up in the moment, in the given moment. With the Knight of Swords, I'm feeling like you have the caterpillar, I'm hearing caterpillar, the capability to, yeah, I'm feeling like organizer, someone who can, fast-paced, who can, the Princess of Pentacles together with the Knight of Swords, air and earth element, who can really like, through your own intellect and your own creativity, you have a fast, your observation and your perception is really accurate, and you can fast-paced know what has to be done, and in a non-traditional way with the Knight of Swords. Yeah, you take your time. It's so interesting because we have the Knight of Swords and the Princess of Pentacles, and the Princess of Pentacles is time who is in a way thoughtful, and it's totally interesting. And then we have Seven of Cups. Here we have, it's all about the right choices, and it can be as well as a message that you can choose with whomever you want to work with. Yeah. If you make a choice, doors will open. This is the message. It's like, yeah, it's like under that, yeah. And how the cards are laid out here, the World card is connected with the King of Pentacles. It can be that through your choices you can come across, maybe you are resonating with the other energy. You are allowed to find your resonation and that, but when you come across a King of Pentacles, he's someone who sits on his crown, with his crown on his throne. I'm feeling like you are someone who can achieve anything, because the King of Pentacles in connection with World card, I'm hearing like elite people. Yeah, I don't want to reduce it to something like high class level, but you can approach in every kind of, you have just a good work, excellent worker, yeah. Your work speaks for yourself. It's interesting because we are starting with the intuition and spirituality in the astral realms, and no one would ever thought that in that world some would say they are living in, or it is how depicted or wants to be sold to us, or shall be consumed, is that that remembers me of a saying that 98% of the decisions and choices we made, we do it through our intuition. We do it through our, you can't shift your energy. Delinquently, elegantly, directly. It's like when you can be empathic with someone, or it's like, because with the Princess of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, maybe outwardly you are seen as a Knight of Swords, but actually your essence is more talking about the Princess of Pentacles. And the Princess of Pentacles is when you would look at the Queen of Pentacles, she's someone who's, we don't have the Queen here, but with the Queen of Pentacles, there's something like, as a Queen you would be considered with all of the King and Queens, and this is what I have observed of the cards, it's like you are doing something for a collective. You serve and you let you let the divine in the best possible way coming through you through that suit. Here we have the earth element, so with the Page of Pentacles you would realize opportunity in a way where you can support, yeah, how do you say that? I have the word stamina, but yeah, I know why I was starting with the Queen of Pentacles, because the Princess of Pentacles has the possibility to start something new. She's like more, I wouldn't say that the Queen of Pentacles has not the way, but the King of Pentacles is someone who could be, he's not one of the fastest because he's a builder. He is original in a way where he is establishing something, a profound, solid ground where everyone can, has a space, and everyone loves that about the King of Pentacles. He is adored for that, but not everyone could wear that crown of his, and not everyone would have the capacity. And with the Prince of Pentacles, there's something in your energy with the choices, and your starting point is your intuition, your psychic abilities, and I think maybe it's important for you to always come back to that, or when you restore your energy balance, to help yourself to connect to that, to, before you do an action, you connect to that energetical field, and you feel in your own field how it feels for you. The Page of Pentacles is, as always, is someone who is really successful, who is patient and is trustful as well. Here's some knowledge, wisdom that is, or we're granting that success. Yeah, the King of Pentacles can be as well reassure financial stability. We have as well the Page of Wands. What's interesting is because when we're talking about, we have 4 people here, and another scenario I'm getting is we have these 4 kind of people, and I will lay them out. I hope you can see them all. Yeah, I'm getting a picture. It's like working together in a team, and they're so different, but together they are so greatly. Because the Page of Wands is someone who has the willpower, the Knight of Swords is someone who can organize really well, is like has a fast, intellect with the air sign, as the air element, and then we have the earth. We have fire, earth, we have no water. It's like really being very efficient, how you navigate, how you proceed, how you establish, how you manufacture. So as you can hear the words, it's it can lead to so many, I'm hearing disciple, it can lead to so many fields. If I would, I don't want to say if I would argue, if I would state in a field, interestingly is that here the Page of Wands is connected to the water element, and illustrating that here with the blue color, and here we have the greenery, then it's connected to the green, and here it's, yeah, I'm seeing here Father Sky, Earth, Gaia. I'm seeing the fire element, that moment of creation. And I don't know if you knew it, but fire can open up portals as well. When you do, it can help you to portals in a way, like I'm hearing connection to relocating, localisieren, to yeah, locate something. And then we have the Knight. It's like your intellect can connect to the elements as well. I mean, fairies could be prominent. I want, yeah, there's some, here's the message. Okay, we have the Three of Cups and the Lovers. This is so interesting. And the Judgment. Okay. With the Three of Cups, I'm seeing like, it could be that with whom you will connect to, it could be in a very, yeah, like a family tradition. Like with the disciple, I was like, there's a lineage, there's something like what has come to you, what many have mastered, and you are the next, like someone who's, who will be the, like a light bearer, the next one who's like in the ancestry line. You will wear that honor, but in a professional way. And with the Lovers, it's interesting because I was saying we are not connecting to the emotional realms. We had the Seven of Cups, yes, but not suited individualized. We have the Three of Cups and an ocean an ocean full of love. And I'm hearing an environmentalist. How it is connected to the creativity too. Okay, this is interesting. Like observing. Yeah, so there's a message about your spiritual gifts that have a how do you say that? A deep, profound relation to the earth, and your creativity is, there's connection in every kind, shape, or form. It's like you have the possibility to take you out of the equation so easily. What beautiful is, because when you do that, we have the Pentacles, but you're connected to the earth in such a stabilized way that because you have to connect that. Sometimes some people are just connected to the higher chakras or to the to the other upper and higher lower chakras, and it's not meant to be that, like, because when you're too much in your higher chakras, it's not so easy for you to walk your path here on earth. I think it's possible, and but it's and this is your message. You are here. You will stay in touch with your. It's really balanced. It's like flexible, but you stay in touch with your nature, with nature in itself. It's like peaceful. It could be with whom you are connected, and whatever that is. I'm hearing orientation. Maybe you are giving orientation, or you give people orientation through your intuitive abilities to step into that moment. To I'm hearing love themselves through creativity. With the Three of Cups, there's some celebration. And the Lovers. I was asking if I should state it like romantically, if you will come across someone, or maybe a partnership that will switch into romantic, but there was a decline by it. And I'm feeling like there's this huge sense of unconditional love that you are spreading. Yeah, we have that with the work card. I'm feeling this pile could be strongly connected to like light workers having a big soul mission and using the creative abilities. Maybe you're working in a team together, as with the King of Pentacles, Prince of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Wands. You are working together to bring something out, to make, yeah, it's like when someone goes away on a new pathway. For the people who are coming after you, they will not after you, they will afterwards you. So guided direct towards that way you went. It is easier for them because your footsteps gives the possibility. It's like a structure is made. Okay, well, you can astral travel. Yeah, don't want to scare you with a picture. So we're talking, it's a person who's not so directly it's very realistic here written, so I would just how do I do that? Because I don't want to scare you. So here you some crystals. So as you can see in the book, so there's a person, and you see the man or boy, and you see them here in things. Just imagine the crystal as someone who's doing astral travel, and in that scene is the protagonist wants to find his sister. Yeah, I think something is like you have a instinct of protection, being protective. Yes, that's it. I'm getting that you have abilities to connect with others, but now I understand, because we have Three of Cups, we have the King of Pentacles, we have the work card. Your intention, whatever you do with your creativity, and with the Seven of Cups, all your choices are in connection with the collective. So even your personal choices can be colored by that, shaped by that. I want to know if okay, I should re-pick it, because I had a feeling I was unclear my intention. Yeah, I have a feeling that you have a very clear, and you would not just be just try new, try and error. You have the right direction, the right intention. How it is connected to pile number 4's creativity, and with whom will they share it? Yeah. Okay, it's interesting because I'm getting a color palette more so, not the illustration. Okay, this is so interesting because we have the Nitrous and having Huntress of Wands. Then we have the Sacred is the light. You are like a protector of creativity. You are like, yeah, as I said, like a counselor. But in with the Five of Pentacles and Justice, you can always help people. And with the King of Wands, it's interesting because we have the Princess of Pentacles. And again, it's like there's something working together in a team. With the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. All the influences, you can collect it and can something out. Ah, now I'm seeing it. It's like, because it's an extra card, but all of the circumstances you are in, for you it's possible, and I think you've mastered with the Five of Pentacles. I have that, like, you can serve people, like, in a way like Robin Hood way. You can give people a solid ground, a profound space where they can establish for themselves, and establish a change. And I think maybe you work with many kind of artists. With the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands, it's interesting because all of these, the King of Pentacles, the Prince of Pentacles, you have so many energies around you, and then the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands are joining us there. The King of Wands is like all about focus. He's all about charisma, and the Knight of Wands as well, all about charisma, flair, charm, creativity, ambition, focus. And again, with the Knight of Wands, there could be something like being, and we had that with the Knight of Swords, acting out with your intellect, very creative, organizing something fast-paced. And here with the Knight of Wands, it's you can do with your enthusiasm and self-confidence, you can do wonderful things. And yeah, you just can go with your passion. But I think what your fuel is that you let justice be in your environment, and in a way you're loyal, you're charismatic, self-confident, and adventurous, and kind of that Sagittarian energy. And then we have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is someone who loves to to go just move with steam. Yeah, you could be as well an advisor for like an expert for creative solutions, and you can serve that creative solutions for a huge collective. So the question here is not with whom you are connecting with, because you're connecting with, it could be as well with all of them. Like, you're the creative field you're in very well. You just, you're the go-to person when someone needs some advice, or someone needs some, am I seeing 111? It's like, I'm seeing, it's like, yeah, it's interesting. I want to say it's not 1111, and at that moment it's turned out with you. All the circumstances are coming to 1111. So you are the synchronization, the divinely guided synchronization itself. I never had that in a reading, so this is actually really beautiful and really, you're really innovative. You are that moment where ambition, ideas and creativity, idealism, influence are coming together, and yeah, I'm seeing that. And you are brave enough to take a risk if it is needed to be. And you're really courageous, and if something needs to change, you, as it often is said, is you create that change, or you are the change. I'm feeling this is what I have for you, and it's like, I hope it helped you to recognize more you. So yeah, if you say you don't see that in the web, there's like with the spiritual and the ethereals, here's a little like supportive hint, what could help you is that train yourself in it, that you can access it, your psychic abilities, so that you can serve with that and with your creativity, and make it accessible for yourself, you could say on point. But I'm feeling you are doing it. Yeah. Thank you that I could read for you, and I hope you have a great day. I wish you the best way possible, and thank you, and I wish you an ocean full of love from my heart to yours, and take it easy. Bye. So, designed to be an extra message, and I was guided to do that. Actually, I sorted out that comic because I felt like it was a little bit like sad, but then I was guided to invoke that, to use it for that reading today, and utilize it to let it have an influence in that reading. And what I can say when I was reading and I can talk to you is that it's interesting because the title Daddy Longlegs is dedicated to some of the protagonists. Here we have the female protagonist, and she's coming across because her study fees has to be paid, and she's coming across a patron and benefactor. And I think in one of the very first moments, she's conquering, or she's colliding together with that Daddy Longlegs, that mysterious patron who is helping her with her study fees and who's helping her getting an apartment. And since she's moving in, and she's a journalist, and she had that feeling from the moment, and here's the benefactor, here's a person who is, from the moment she's in connection with that, something good is coming out. And so many people are joining her journey, and then she's coming across some emails. I think she's finding them on a PC and a personal computer in that apartment she's renting, and it's in connection to that, into that patron. And she's coming across, she's finding out those kind of emails, and it's a really beautiful orchestrated love story, but ultimately it's about the question if she will be happy, and connecting to that, and utilizing it, and letting those kind of comics having an influence on today's reading. It's connected to the moment where maybe you feel sad, you feel tired, or you're not sure to find your pathway. It's like with that saying, when at the end it's all figured out, but it can feel so shallow. It can feel so and with that patron, I'm feeling, and connecting to the reading and to that message, I'm feeling that it could be your spirit guide as well, but here I'm feeling it with her, and this message is about coming across or colliding with someone who's really on your side, who has your best interest, and the divine, the universe has decided. It could be as well that your current circumstances are providing you the best way possible, coming into an era, or coming to something that helps you out, and I'm hearing freely and sovereign, and reassuring your happiness, and really recreating your own little kind of sweet angelic soul paradise here on earth, where you can, yeah, be laying out all of, maybe in the tropical waters, but all these beautiful, finding a heavenly haven here in the earth plane. And interestingly is that one of the twists is that she, I think she knows, and I hope I give the story right, but I think when I don't get it right, it's for that reading, it's like in that way. And I have seen twice 33. So yeah. Connecting it to that reading is that here's the message that whatever you are going through is providing you something that is, I'm hearing higher than you could, yeah, higher above your measurements. Proceeding with the reading, and it's so sometimes when you're not feeling your sovereign right, and it could be as well that some of you have a huge life experiences, and doesn't have to mean that you are older. You could be 18 years old and you could have life experiences that no one would ever received. But what I'm feeling here, and from the moment and connecting to the other parts, so you have chosen one pie, and here is that from the moment you are referring yourself or resonating with that what is in the pie said, or you're connected to that person, to that collaboration, so many good things will happen, and whatever the circumstances are. And and that is what I can say. I don't know if you want to read that book, but the Daddy Long Legs, I think he has an illness, and because of her, he decides he doesn't know that he has that, I don't know the direct circumstances why that is the case, but in the moment he's coming across, he decides to take action and to save his life, even if it's for a short period of time. And I don't know why I'm touched, but it could be that your circumstances you were in, and here like symbolizing the death, is like whatever you have experienced, it was just for a short period of time. And maybe there were heaviness in your heart because something was not lived out or could not be. It's so easy in so many readings said that, okay, even something better or when you're manifesting will come out, but I know it's like when you come across sadness, but you have to allow it, to sit with it, to just, and then with itself can sometimes be not so easy, even if you're alone, even if you just be with yourself. And I think this is so beautiful about tarot readings, because for whatever period of time you can sit or you can hear the message, and you can feel maybe it won't resonate with you, maybe it will rumble with your ego, maybe you will just be slightly quote unquote attacked, or you feel like that, but it makes something with you. And it's like so many have said that they are experiencing so much resonation with some readings, whoever the reading was, the tarot reader was. And it's like she is a journalist and she knows how to frame words, and she comes into that experiences and someone is helping her. And then in that story there's that narration of a love story. She's coming across those beautiful kind of emails in that apartment, and they are telling about their love story. And if I have it rightly understood, that these are the same persons, but they don't know that they are the right persons. She doesn't know that he is actually the daddy long legs. And this is like, if you want to read it, don't. Maybe you want it, but for that reading, yeah, it has the purpose. So I will, how do you say that? I will not squeeze, I will spoiler it. So spoiler alert, you can say. And he has that illness. And I think because he's in the hospital, his apartment is, on the market, or is like, can be, is for rent and is open. And then she comes across those letters. I don't remember. It's like, because when I was reading it at first, I didn't make the right connection between those two. And I had to refilm this message because I wanted to make it right, or make it profound, or getting it right with your reading. And with that overall message, sometimes life can be, okay, there's like, at some point of mind, it's like, when you're challenged or you have life experience, and just calming your mind and just to get it right, to find the perspective. And what I'm feeling, he is sequentially, or he's an influence, a really benevolent influence. He is someone who is, and whatever you pie you have chosen, and I'm hearing it's laid out in the card, it's connecting the pie with these kind of sweet messages, that whatever lost, you have experienced it. And I think that's why I at first was hesitant to invoke that story or to retell it in a reading, because it feels heavy. It feels it feels like, but it ends up like the protagonist is really easy, and it will be marry. Okay, there's something with marry or marrying someone, and I'm seeing 1111. We have proceeded to that on the timer. They recognize each other. And like in a soul recognition, when you and I was reread it before I was starting again, that it could be here as well that this message is talking about restart and coming in your truest sense and rebalance and equalize it. And there's an equalization to equalize with you. And I have here the tarot cards, and I hope, yes, connect those kind of messages now to the tarot cards. So we have the Seven of Pentacles in connection to that card. So there is something, and that was the first message, that something shaped it, something that felt like a conflict, like a challenge, was really a resolution through to something for that was before or beforehand. And we have the King and the Knight of Wands. Actually, I hope you can see the cards here. That's better. And the Two of, with that card was Two of Pentacles, and here lifting you up. It's like when you're feeling a connection to someone, and sometimes it can feel like, it can frighten us, or it can feel anxious because you love someone so dearly, or you feel that connection. But here it's like you will never lose someone, because after all you have the experiences. And it's kind of odd, because when I was between those piles, I was thinking, I think I was preparing something in the kitchen, and I was thinking about how, and I stated that on the last days, that whatever feeling you have, and however kind of shape it will have, but if it's true to your heart and it has an impact to you, then it's important. I was seeing 33, 333. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm feeling like, so we have the Ace and the Two of Pentacles. I think the Two of Pentacles, there's something, and it's like the destiny, or someone wanted to equalize, so harmonize. And I'm feeling like if you were hearing that part, you were like, in a way I can sense it, but it's not like really relocated or relocated, or I'm not in that version of myself. Then I'm feeling like that this is a message that there's an influence in your life that will reassure or that will help you to, and I'm hearing dignify, to open up the doors. It's like when you want to, it's like if you have an idea of yourself and here with the messages and the communications, like when someone had an idea of yourself and loved you just before you ever have come across that person, and then you realize that, and I think through his choice to take care of his, and because I felt that there was, it was her. And sometimes, and this is the biggest message, extra message, is that because we can so prone to the thoughts and organizational stuff, and when we connect to the creativity, is that ultimately we are here for each other. We are collective. And when you feel drawn to something or someone, it is divinely guided. With the Knight of Wands, what I'm feeling here is like he's someone who can, who is someone who is really passionate about whatever he does. And I'm feeling like he's and because he's a knight, there's a, important, like a surprisingly, like the daddy long legs, like he's patronizing her or he's helping her, a benefactor. He is something, and I'm feeling that with those kind of, because you see that kind of, I have to say, I didn't know if I would, let it be in the card deck, but then I thought it could be, and a feeling, and this kind of little, how you call that? It could be depicted in a conflict as well, but the Seven of Pentacles is one step before you are aligning truly with your heart, and sometimes, with the person who is aligned in this action, it's like just because of you, and it's so sometimes with commercialized and consumed, and I don't want to be judgmental about those kinds, but I want more. And I'm seeing the bear, who is he just like smiling, and it's like when you have a friendly friend and a kind friend, a gentle friend, and with the Seven of Pentacles, someone is giving you that moment. It's like giving maybe a brief, someone is helping you out, and he's doing it from the heart. Because the Knight of Wands as well, and this is so beautiful connecting to that story, is that he is someone who's really trustful, and he can clearly make up fast-paced decisions, and when he's connected to his heart and wants to, he provides the best solutions for the people he loves. And here the protagonist he did it himself, he did it for the person he loved dearly. And one of the questions is if they were coming together, and even if it's for a shorter period of time, it's worth it. And I think it's not the question if you would come together or would you experience that. It's just for the experience in itself. So this message is about supporting whatever you're dreaming about. It's about supporting your creative ambitions and connecting to a past version of myself. I would say to her, and in a way it could be as well for you as well, I would say to her, trust that niggling feeling, trust whatever. And I think sometimes it can be as well totally important to just like, okay, this is the circumstances and it's just like how it is, but what am I feeling, because you're feeling attuning not just into what was, but what will be. And I had that by myself because I don't know if you was in one of those readings where I stated that I do soul pictures, so I can draw your soul, and sometimes I'm tapping into that. I think we all can do that through art therapy. We cannot just like let it out, let it go, and I love to work with that. A friend of mine is an art therapist herself, and we were talking, and in that connection we were just sharing how art is influencing us and influencing the environment we are living in, and as well how I think she made a huge impact. And we both were when we were younger, like comics were helping us to find a space, or and finding our grace, finding our way, and but so differently. And it's so interesting because when you're so different and finding your, it's like you're having a best friend, and there's a song that's connecting us, and maybe it helps you out as well. It's about it's from a German artist, and he's like and the song is called Stay in Touch. And really what and this is the message I'm getting, was really touches your heart, your art as well, will never leave you. And maybe, and this is what I was thinking when I was in the kitchen and preparing, because we have that avatar, we have that human thing, but as well, and if you have maybe lost someone on the earth plane, but you feel the soul dearly, it's like, I know that you cannot always be in that and live in every kind of moment. Maybe some of the life circumstances will, but in that, because we are switching like between all those realms and layers and dimensions we are in, and through our bodies, how we are, and in the process of living, but you will experience that connection that is universal. And Staying in Touch, that song is a depiction of what, when I was losing touch with myself. And it's so interesting because at the time and place where I'm doing that, I have made a picture of someone when I was 18 years old, and it was about what I was most innerly. And when you're so young, and this is my message for you, and you do something just out of your true sense, and even if it's just like, and I want to say that even if you do that, like I did that when I was just like, some people would just say, and in that time it was like, or it was in some belief systems, it's like when you watch too much movies, or you don't go to school or so, because in my case it was the case that every time I wasn't go to school, I was healing myself at home. I was writing, I was getting creative, and I was getting myself to dance, to joy. I was reconnecting to it. So I could not just live through the day, but I could recreate myself, and even maybe make myself, keeping up and coming back to what was right for me, and helping myself and not giving up. And here as well, sometimes giving up is just like doing something like eating a plate of pizza. I think, because in that moment it helps you, and that doesn't have to be a trigger. It doesn't state it by itself. I know that food is very personal, and eating and nutrition, it's always, and that's why guidelines around that it's very personal and individualized. And I want to here clearly state a disclaimer. That's not medical advice or in any case, shape or form. But sometimes, and if you have not coping mechanism, like I remember myself come across, and that's interesting, like spiritual techniques, but sometimes it's like doing that, and after you're doing it a long time, you have to live. You have just to, or have an integrative time, or just doing nothing. And I came across an author who did that. And when I'm speaking so freely, and with the tarot cards here, he was actually the author I was coming around. It was at the same time I was, sometimes you are in a, where you're opening up, but there's no space because of the time. And I think this book is actually from the time I did that, and it's like I'm just connecting to it. And I hope all of my experiences are helping you out and serving a higher purpose. Now I'm really grateful that I could lay it out here, because those kind of experience when you're younger and you want to express yourself, and you want really and you have to go maybe get out of your way or out of your shell, or just find your own way. And then there's like this little tiny hints, and I hope that all the generations are coming faster and farther, coming after are even more connected to that, and have the possible ways that accessible, and it's more, and have the bravery to do whatever feels right and following that nudge. And I was judged sometimes by it. And there's bravery when you decide for yourself to don't things, or you do not, you just be how you are. It's like when you're not going to school, and I don't want to advise that, but whom are you committed to? And connecting to your reading, it's like connecting to your heart space. And here it's not the case that it's in every kind of way. You will happy in every kind of shape and way. As I said, the first message I was getting was like, whatever your heart feels is right, and it has a meaning, and it's okay to opening up to that, because in whichever form it will come, but because I think sometimes the feelings of a person, and this is with our frequency, our collective, our community here on Earth, it's and I'm getting now another message. It's like when people are joining together to plan a project, and I mean on a soul level, like the one soul is like, okay, I'm here in that point, and the other soul is like struggling, and he's so struggling with coming into the picture and bringing himself. It's like we are helping each other, even on a soul level, and it's like this is a story for that book, but even afterwards, maybe she has shared this life experience, this romantic connection. And as I said, even for a short period of time, but it shape you in a way where you have another solid ground. It's like when you don't go, it's like when you make a choice, and I mean a conscious choice. You go to a party or you don't go to a party. Both ways have an impact, and I hope that all makes sense for you, and in connection with all the other piles and the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles is, and if you felt that message was a little bit heavy, is the Ace of Pentacles, and this is a strongly message. Are you ready? Because we are just now driving fast enough. The Ace of Pentacles is about big abundance. And this was the message I was getting from the tarot readings with Seven of Pentacles. And here's this little lying, grudgy someone. Is that everything what you have was conflicted with the Knight of Wands, there's someone or something that, or what was stated in the piles, is it shapes your heart in a way, or it helps you to come into that moment, that it helps you out, that when you were, your energy was too unfocused, your energy was like, you feel stressed, like here in that moment, and this can connect to the Two of Pentacles, where the Two of Pentacles is always talking about balancing out and equalization, and there can be, as I said, the Two of Pentacles can talking about a decision and being open for creative ideas, a new perspective. And as I said, sometimes, and I think this is why I was telling you about that person, I was like, because when I was younger, and so interesting. Okay, I will tell it. When I was younger, I was, and I was 18 years old. I was drawing that picture, and I felt drawn to some places, and I couldn't tell why. But I had a vision I had before for myself, but it was clearly, everything was like, everything I was disaligning. And I would say, you could say it was a spiritual awakening. It was even more, for me, it was not, it was more that my truest sense was like, and I had to remember it. I had to recognize who I really truly was. And from a young age, with what I know now about myself, who I am and where I come from, those two questions are the most important ones. And what we as well have to know, that when we grow up, anxiety will come. So we will be in a way like, how will we balance that out? And this is something who I think a mentor could be frugal in any kind of shape, in school or in like through craftsmanship, even hobby, artistry, etc. And it's like with the Two of Pentacles, you try to hold a status quo and you try to be, and I felt that. And what was happening actually was that and the kind of way, like I was, I was quote unquote using food, how food was, I was, nourishing myself, nourishing my body. I was challenged by that. I was really like sporty. I had a huge level of energy, but then it was like depleted everything. And because of the wrong, it was like I was guided by the head, more by the heart. And this reading or this message is about, you are connected. And the Seven of Pentacles comes before the Eight of Pentacles, where you are aligned with your heart and you are ready to, I would say, take part in. So the Seven of Pentacles is like, and I understand that from the beginning as well, it's a growth process. It's talking about how you have the feeling that you have to move further, but it's impossible. It's not impossible. It can feel like that, but it's important to know how and I see 33, how how successful you were, how where you have arrived successfully. I'm sorry, how how far you have come, I mean, and it can evoke that topic of anxiety. And yeah, it's a good, actually the Seven of Pentacles could be, and with the Seven of Pentacles, yeah, and in connection with the Two of Pentacles, we have it here, is that just take your time, let's set all those kind of worries aside, just let it be, and having stamina, but at the same time it's like, and it's so interesting because at those times I was always getting that message of it's a turning point, it's change of perspective. And I was given, at that moment of time, I was given a hint through my intuition. And when you rest, when you, in those moments when you, for me it was art. And this could be as well in this message, how you can make it accessible, how can tap into that in connection with the pie you've chosen, tap into that energy to just rest your head and let your heart lead. Yeah, maybe taking a vacation with your with your batteries to yeah, to rebalance, to re-energize, to restore. And that was German. Yeah, it's so interesting because we had here with the benefactor and the patron, and the Ace of Pentacles is all in that. It's all about big abundance. It's about something, getting something like a gratification from unexpected resources. Maybe you're starting a new business, and it will be successful. Then there's a fundament for prosperity that is anchored, and being anchored. And this is the, well, everything was like turning out to that moment. It's important that whatever you do, whatever intention it is with your artwork, with your craft, it is anchored, not just in light or love, or, but it just has a solid ground. And with my experience I was sharing, it's like I had to make a solid ground for myself. And so it can be that you are in you're experiencing, like, not in your 20s or in your young adult teenage things like that, victorious, like that, yeah, some of you will at 16 will, when they're 14, 16, or will experiencing that, and you have maybe experienced loss for 20 years or so, or, but it shaped you in your form where you have a solid ground and you can have a fundament actually. And there's a gift. The Ace of Pentacles, it's like a door is opening, being healthy, having a diploma, yeah, and wonderful. So there will be having a wonderful, there will be circumstances that you don't have to do something. It will just be a stroke of luck. I had to research, so when the audio is a little bit, the word stroke of luck. A fortune, a piece of luck. And the story was a little bit long, but yeah, directed. Maybe it was a little bit sentimental or melancholic, or yeah. I hope this message has given you freedom and that abundance or windfall, and it's your stroke of luck. Yeah, that was getting more oceanic with the Loony Solar Angel and or the Solar Angel Lunar. And I hope you have a great day, night, noon, afternoon, breakfast, brunch. And yeah, if it resonates, you can make a comment or yeah, share your experiences. Always yeah, be grateful and thankful, and thank you that I could read for you and guide you your way. And a huge hearty goodbye. Always and forever with love.